Hello. Let me know if I sound like shit. Because I am not at my house. Hello. Boo! What do you mean, boo? I ain't even on the stage yet! I just put one foot... It's okay. It's okay. Bottle Cap's here. Bottle Cap is here, chat. Hold on one second. I got it. Oh look, there's two of you. Did you know that? Remove the chat. Bottle Cap. Bottle Cap is here with the class. Chat, how do I sound? Do I sound good? Here she goes. Bye me. Oh, I was showing her the bed. I was too loud. Okay. So, I was trying to pick some music, but there's not really any music that's gonna fit. It's not like, the worst thing in the world, thank God. I mean, it's not. Also, I'm at Ellie's. Did I say that already? I'm at Ellie's house. And I've been trying to get stream stuff open and working for like the last 4 hours, 5 hours, on and off. So if shit just breaks, then it breaks because I've tried to open up. It looks like I've been playing Power Wash Simulator for the last like hour and a half. But in actuality, every time, Girl Pocket, hello. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
What
You're so nice.
I only have enough time to say hi.
Well, hello.
But I hope you're doing good, greater than.
Well, I appreciate you. I'm doing all right, as best I can. You know, it's kind of silly and crazy. Oh my god, there it goes. So I even got that stuff. All of this is on Ellie's computer. Say good job, Ellie's computer, because I set up. I was smart, apparently, and had all my overlay stuff on a hard drive. And I brought my hard drive over, and I was like, we're gonna hope and pray. We're gonna hope and pray that everything's on here. Because then, or at least this is. All of the other extra stuff, like the little alerts and shit. That was a pain in the ass! Look at that, that's how I feel. He froze. Oh my god, there he goes. Anyway, Dark Pocket, thank you so much, by the way. Okay, so the answer is that I have narcolepsy with cataplexy, which makes sense why I'm so goddamn tired all the time. And it causes tremors, which I have, and all of the other shit, basically. And it can look like non-epileptic seizures, which we fucking know that's not what it is. I went to neurologist first. No. Because I started embarrassing, but I didn't stop seeing my pediatric doctor until I was like almost 20 something. I don't remember how old, but the point is, she sent me to neurology. Neurology was like, let's just do the one thing. Let's look at the one thing, and that one thing is your tremors. And then she was like, you have arthritis and carpal tunnel. And then I was like, great. And then she was like, you should go to see somebody that specializes in seizures. And because it started to look seizure-like, which is not seizures, it's tremors, because I have fucking narcolepsy with cataplexy. So my bones shake and shit. if I'm anxious, if I'm angry, if whatever, and then my body's like, we're gonna sleep now. We're gonna have a little bit of a moment, and we're gonna sleep now. So it wasn't seizures. It never was. It was never POTS either. Oh no, so neurology and all that shit. And then, of course, in that process, we went to, yeah, for real. I went to cardiologist, not POTS, but then they found out, this was like, we're basically backtracking. Found out that it was, you know, I have a small little thing in my heart but it's fine. You know, they're like, you have a little silly bit, but it's all good. And I was like, okay. And they were like, don't worry about it. And I was like, okay. And then they were like, you're totally good in your heart and stuff. And I wore a heart monitor two different times in the last 6 years trying to figure that shit out. You know, with my heart rate going high and shit. I still don't quite understand that. And I still don't really have an answer for that part. But the gist of it is that that's what it is. And there's no cure, which is fantastic. And there's I don't know what the cause is. It could be, yeah, for real. It could be stress. I mean, stress is definitely well, that could be stress. But, like, it could be some big traumatic thing. But when it started happening when I was 20 years old, or, yeah, because it was 2021, for real. It was 2021, but I was, 20 years old or whatever. And, I was just, like, playing with a friend's cat at the time, and my heart started pounding quite a little bit, not quite a bit, but I was playing with the cat, with a laser pointer, my hands started trembling really bad, and I was like, I feel like shit right now, all of a sudden. And then from that point on, sometimes I just feel like shit, for no reason. So, like, around that time, I mean, there were things that I was going through, but it wasn't anything, there wasn't, like, a turning point, is what I'm saying. Where I was like, this is what it is. And when I went to Vanderbilt after, the neurologist being like, pursue this, because now it's presenting like seizures, because I was tremoring when I was going under. Also, when I was going under, like when I would pass out or whatever, which isn't really me passing out, I was shaking through the whole thing. But I never actually lost consciousness. I could still kind of hear what was going on around me and shit. Yeah, for real. So then they were like, when I went to Vanderbilt, they were like, it's your anxiety. Here's fucking links to BetterHelp and shit. And when we got there, they were like, you're gonna get an answer. You're gonna get an answer. You're gonna get an answer. And all they blamed it on was my anxiety, and I knew that's not what it was. Like, of course, it plays a factor, but that's not what it was. It wasn't my fucking anxiety, bro. Don't tell me to go to BetterHelp. Don't tell me to do CBT when I already am doing that. So that was the whole thing. Because before I went to Vanderbilt, they were like, here, take seizure medication before Vanderbilt. And then that made my shit 10 times worse. Hello, Jamie. Welcome in. I'm just bitching, basically. But the very short answer, TDLR, is I have narcolepsy with cataplexy. So the tremors make sense. All of it makes sense. I don't lose actual consciousness. I'm just fucking tired. And my sleep study, that's what my answer was. So after all that bullshit, after 6 years of cardiology appointments, having 2 different heart monitors, going through Vanderbilt, and then being like, it's your anxiety. But before that, take seizure medication, and you're gonna feel like shit. And then before that, just like, so Vanderbilt and 2 different neurologists. And then how many fucking neurologists were at Vanderbilt that came in the door that were like, it's your anxiety, but we know you're not faking it, but like, you should do more therapy. And then me and Ellie were like, it doesn't make sense. It's not this. And they were like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else to, they literally, I don't know if you guys remember this, but they were like, just put they're like, well, what are we gonna do about the episodes if it's not epilepsy? Getting hot talking about this shit. Because I was glad, I'm still glad that it's not epilepsy. But they were like, damn phone. It's not the fucking phone! But no, they're just, they literally said, well, we were like, well, what if I have an episode? And they were like, well, just put like, a fucking camera in your room and stuff. And then, like, you know those little, like, the little buttons that if you're, like life alert shit? So we got one of those. Not life alert, but, like, it's a little alarm, so if I started to feel like shit, I would press it, my parents would come in or whatever, and then I'd be like, I'm gonna pass out, and I would pass out. No, actually, my body was just, like, nap time. And that time where I went to the ER, oh my god, Prime! Fake you! 41 months! That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but for 6 years? Well, give me narcolepsy? I don't know. Bottle cap's under there. Hi. I don't know. It's fucked up. This shit's fucked up. You know, the thing that is so fucking... Well, I mean, all of it's fucking frustrating. But a big part of the frustration is, like, I don't know how many neurologists I saw. Well, I mean, I know that I saw, like, 3 outside Vanderbilt. 2 were seizure specialists, and narcolepsy. They should fucking know this, I feel like. But I know that's not like, you know, each doctor is like, my specialty is hands, my specialty is this, my specialty is whatever. Like, if narcolepsy is commonly mistaken for non-epileptic seizures, I feel like they should have said that to me, you know? So to go through all that shit, to have doctors dismiss me and be like, it's this, or I don't know, or, you know, and it's fine if they don't know, but to be like, it's definitely your anxiety, and I'm like, I can tell you in my motherfucking body, it's not that. So, yeah, and then I went to the sleep study thing, and the doctor, when I got my results back and I saw him last week, he was like, well, I don't think it's narcolepsy like narcolepsy. I think you have a mild case of it, because, you know, I had to do these, like, nap intervals. Like, I had the sleep study that night, and then the next day I had to do sleep intervals, like, I think I told you guys this, like, every 2 hours I would have to take a 20-minute nap, but I wasn't falling asleep fast enough to be considered a big case of narcolepsy or whatever the fuck, or, like, it's basically a mild case is what he's saying. And if I was at home and, like, not in a stressful environment that smells like hospital, I know that I would have fallen asleep fast. Because I have. I, like, fall asleep for, you know, just fucking sitting around sometimes. You know? So, that's what it is. It's narcolepsy with cataplexy. And even when I tremor sometimes, there's no... Scooby's barking. There's no, like, reason for me to be doing it. Like, there's, you know, with cataplexy, it's like you have an emotion. You just, like, I don't know how else to explain it, but, like, it's triggered by, you know, high intense emotions. Pigs, hello! Good morning. And I figured that me talking about it on stream, I should probably make an announcement in Discord about it too, but I wanted to also it be on the internet because I've talked about all my shit for however many years. So, like, I'm glad that I have an answer, but it's not the answer I was hoping for. There's no cure to it, and then the sleep doctor that I saw pissed me off a little bit. Medication, sleep schedule changes. Oh my god, he's screaming. Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, the thing that's so... I don't know if you can hear him yelling right now. Okay. I might have to go check on him if he doesn't stop screaming. Is over the last, like, or I guess I should say since I got 2 jobs, I'm trying to go to sleep sooner. I'm not staying up streaming until 3 or 4 in the morning anymore, even though I like doing that. And I sleep better if I do that. I don't know why that is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'll go to sleep. I'll try to go to sleep between, like, 11 to 1 a.m. depending on how, like, fucking, tired I am. And then if I go to the dollar store TM, then I have to be awake at 6:30. So I'm not getting 6 hours of sleep, which 6 hours of sleep is still not enough. But the narcolepsy is making it feel like 3 or 4 hours of sleep because my sleep study said I woke up a bunch and I'm not getting restful sleep, which makes sense. And then if I go to game store TM, still going to sleep about the same time, but then it's later in the day. So I'm getting like 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but not really. I'm getting like maybe 5. 6 hours of sleep because I'm waking up so much. Like, my body, it doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I'm fucking tired as shit. If I sleep for like 10 to 12 hours, I'm like, that's great, because that's 7 to 8 hours of sleep, feels like. So it's like, you know, I definitely need to continue to work on my sleep schedule, but it's also like this frustrating thing of like, it doesn't matter, well, at least right now, it doesn't matter how fixed my sleep schedule is, because this is the most fixed it's ever been in my life, and I'm still fucking tired. 6 hours of sleep. 6 hours of sleep is not enough, though. Hold on, I gotta see why he's yelling. Say I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy too! Thank you, pigs. And there, hold on. Why are we yelling? You okay? I forgot to make our BRB screen, so you're gonna go in darkness for like 2 seconds, I think. But yeah, they were. Ellie made this back screen, this BRB screen. So hold on. We'll just do this for now, and all of the music has suddenly stopped. Hold on, please hold. It is your BRB screen because I didn't make one. Sorry. I was trying to wrangle the dogs for a second. This is your room? This is your computer? I'm in your house. Wasn't sure if you were aware. God, I didn't realize how fucking warm it is in here. Anyway, I was trying to wrangle the doggies. Mine were gone. No, they're still on here. They're still on there. There he goes. Well, the ones that aren't, Scooby, mommy says hi. I just like, mommy's right there. She's in the screen. No, she's not. She was under the bed, and then I had to make it the situation where she could, she's not under the bed now, she just left, but, I took things and then put them on, and then now she's over there. Cause she was in here just by herself with just me for a minute. Anyway, I'm a dastardly streamer. So anyway, that's what it is. And the doctor that I saw, cause he was okay at first, like the last time I saw him, and then this last time I saw him, the first time I saw him, he was okay, and then better than the first guy that I saw. And then this guy, this time, was like, he was like, I was telling him, I'm on this medication right now. Which, to be fair, I didn't explain it very well. But I was like, I'm on this medication right now, and it's a stimulant, but I'm going to go back on my old stimulant, because, well, insurance won't cover the old one until I'm on this one for a little while. And he was like, you know, we'll get you off your stimulants, and put you on his words, stimulant-like medication, but not actually a stimulant. And I kept trying to tell him I don't want to get off what I'm on if it's working, other than because the one that I'm on right now isn't working, but the old one was, and he was like, well, we'll just get you on. I'm like, I don't want to, trying to tell him I don't want to do that. Ellie was like, she doesn't want to do that. And so what we're gonna do now, because he was like trying to do that shit, and I was like, no, dude, like, it's not that, I mean, it's helping me stay awake. It's the ADHD medication, which when I started taking, you know, Strattera, and my doctor was like, maybe it's narcolepsy, try this. And then it helped me stop having episodes. And then it upset my tummy, so I had to start taking the Jornay, and then start taking the Jornay, and then I have no insurance, so now I can't take that one. But we know that the ADHD medication helps me not have episodes, or the stimulant, or whatever. So I'm gonna keep taking that, you know? And he's like, but it's not a stimulant. And I'm like, it helps me stay awake, for sure. And like, you know, but even though I'm sleepy as shit and I'm tired, I would rather go back to what I was taking if it works. It was working. Than get on something that you're saying a stimulant like. And then I was like, well, you know, I can go to sleep. I'm not getting restful sleep. Or like, it does take a little while for me to go to sleep sometimes. Because it's like, you lay in bed and you have anxiety and shit. But, you know, so I finally was like, yeah, for real. And I was like, okay, well, no, I just need something to, like, go to sleep and stay asleep. Because I wake up every couple hours, which is why I'm so fucking tired. And I have, which this is the anxiety part, that I have nightmares all the time, too. So I just don't sleep well. And I'm just, you know. So if I could just take something that helps me stay asleep and get sleepy when I need to get sleepy, you know. And not to be like, when I was 19 years old, I could function off 5 hours of sleep pretty well. But I feel like I was sleeping better at 19 years old than I am right now. Anyway, but yeah, no, 6 hours of sleep is definitely not enough hours of sleep when I'm going to sleep at midnight and then waking up at 6 something in the morning to go to the dollar store TM. And then at game store TM, it's later, but still not enough sleep. And then it sucks because that's the time my brain starts to wake up too. And it's like, people are like, cut back on caffeine so then you can sleep. And I'm like, you don't understand. I'm so tired. Like, you know, and is it a problem? Is it an addiction? Maybe, I don't know. But if I had enough stimulants, which is what was so rough when I was off my meds, then I can function. If I have a little bit of caffeine and I have my medicine, I can be awake and I can have a conversation. Now this new medicine that I'm on is like, I can tell when it starts to wear off because I just suddenly feel like shit. And it's upsetting my tummy and it's not a fun time. Anyway, so yeah, it's this whole thing of like, I finally have an answer, but it's like I'm grieving all of the time and money that everyone has spent on all of this shit. How many years, how much mental fucking gymnastics everyone that I know that is close is got like involved, you know? And yeah, it feels good to have an answer, but also it's like I could have just gone to a sleep doctor and I could have had I could have had an answer 6 years ago. So I feel all of the things. Grieving in some ways, but also like happy in others, and I also am like hope that I can get on a sleeping medication that helps, you know, that isn't like yeah, just get on another stimulant that isn't a stimulant. And Scooby, does that make sense to you? He's like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. It's crazy shit. So that's the answer. And my primary care was right. Like, that's what it is. And then the guy would be like, I don't know, cause your results. And I'm like, no, me and Ellie are like, that's what it is. Like, it's for sure that, because it all makes sense now. And then I was gonna say the episode of the ER, where I was like super out of it and I was hallucinating and saw shit and I barely remember any of that. I'm fairly certain that I was probably dreaming or something, because I was really tired, and I, like, just kept, like, I kept passing out on and off, which was probably, it was just me falling asleep, or whatever, you know? And when we went to the ER, they were like, everything looks fine, and they were, like, shaking me and saying my last name, which was weird, because it was just, like, you know, but all my brain shit looked fine, and people, you know, scaring my family and Ellie and being like, you know, is it a brain injury or whatever the fuck, and they're like, we don't know. Doesn't really suffer from medical nostalgia like POTS. Maybe it will be a kid in our lifetimes. I hope so, for sure. And it's also like, you know, thinking it was POTS also was interesting, and it's not that either. Which, I mean, because my blood pressure never changed. But some people with POTS have, you know, the passing out shit, the heart rate thing, and the shaking. But the difference is that the blood pressure thing, and mine was always fine. And some people with POTS, a lot of people with POTS, fully lose consciousness, and I didn't. Or people with POTS, like, feel like they're gonna pass out and then they don't, which was me. I say, you know what I mean. I feel like the more I talk, the more I'm just talking in circles. But yeah, it's just like I'm having a hard time like wrapping my brain around all of it, because I'm like, oh well, then this, and I'm like, well no, because of this, you know. To be like, oh, for so long, I mean, it was never POTS, it was never seizures, and I knew it was never seizures, or non-epileptic seizures or whatever. But I definitely thought that I had POTS or something like POTS. Which, I mean, it kind of is, but not really. It's like, I just say goodnight for a little while. But, yeah, it's definitely frustrating. Oh, and another thing is, like, not all of you in chat, but I will tell people sometimes, oh, I'm just tired. Or not just tired, but, like, you know, I'm really exhausted and da-da-da. I'll just wait till you get older. You'll be really tired then. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm tired now. What do you mean wait till I'm older? I'll be dead, bro. I'll be asleep. It's not free trial sleep. I'll be asleep. I don't know. It's fine. But I'm like, what do you mean wait? Oh, you're an adult. You're just an adult. So it's just being tired all the time. And I'm like, it's literally not, though. I can promise you that. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that it doesn't have this, you know, there's some things I'm glad about, but there's also some things where I'm like, this is crazy. And then looking it up and being like, narcolepsy tremors, and then seeing a whole subreddit a whole thread of people talking about the same exact thing that I experience quite often. It's like validating, but also like, holy shit, you know? Again, like oh my god, I went through so much and this is what it is. Again, glad that I have that now, but it's also like, it's over. I don't have to try to. Scooby, you're itchy? Yeah, are you okay? You're just itching? He's like, I don't know, guys. My ear maybe is itchy. Thanks for listening. That was like a whole 30 minutes of me yapping about that. But it's definitely a lot to process, and hopefully I can get on some medication that helps, and hopefully there will be more things in the world that there's like that helps things like that. I mean, you know, conditions like that is what I mean. So I'm about to try to play Power Wash Simulator, and every time I open it, either the game crashes, or tab into it, I mean. The game crashes or OBS crashes. If that happens... Ruby, you okay? If that happens, I will be back, but just know that might happen. Every time I turn around, he quits. Anyway, crazy shit. Thanks for all the love and everything, but my god, I'm like, what's what's a sleep schedule? Because I do have one now, but maybe it's not good enough. Not maybe not. Sleep 6 hours is not enough, and I wish it was, but it's not. Yeah, it's so weird because if I stay up until like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, I feel better the next day, even though I'm still getting the same amount of sleep. I don't know what that's about. And I'm not gonna go back to the sleep doctor. Maybe not. I don't know. Because he was like, didn't want to answer any of me and Ellie's questions, and that pissed us both off. Like, here's your results, but I'm not really gonna talk about it. So we went home and then looked shit up. I'm fixing the title. Power washing. Work is work, but I'm off work this week to take care of puppies. And so, which means more streaming, whether it's here or at my house or wherever it be, depending on how this goes when I switch tabs. And then I'm gonna try to finally get some content out because I don't have work this week other than watching the puppies. And then, yeah, no, it's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid as shit. Lots of frustrating situations, for sure. I'm like, oh, here's an answer, but fuck you! Take a stimulant that isn't a stimulant! He didn't say that, but that's okay. Alright, we're gonna try this, and we're gonna see if it works. And we're gonna find out. Career. Start career, bonus jobs, free play, challenge mode. Juggle weird and wonderful cleaning jobs. Try to make your new power wash business a success. Money. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay, here we go. It says... Oh, hold on. Actually, what does it say? Does it say... Okay, no. Hold on. It says, great news! Finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Don't freak out when you see it. It looks like it's been dredged from the bottom of a lake, but that's a good thing. It meant no one else bid on it. They missed out. Underneath that hideous layer of gunk is your perfect workhorse. Engine's a dream, no rust. There's even equipment in the back. She's a good hosing down and you're in business. You certainly earn your power washing stripes getting this thing clean. That's a lot to look at. There's a lot to do. Yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating and I keep talking about it. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, but yeah, I just hope that I can sleep and stuff. Sleep and stuff. Okay, rotate equipment. I'm gonna have to like reread all of that. Medal. Rotate nozzle. Oh. Switch nozzle. What is all that? Oh. Oh. Stance. Oh, I can just... Oh, wow, I have 3 levels. Jump? Why do I fly when I jump? Show dirt? That's the whole thing. Papa Duck, hello. How's it going? Good to see you. Aim mode. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Close tablet. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, that's a lot. There's a lot going on. 2? That was so not satisfying, but that's okay. I'm doing, you know, I'm doing. Am I making money? Right now? I'm trying to make this, like, not nauseating to watch. My hand is shaking. Hold on. I wonder what that's about. It must be my narcolepsy. At least I fucking know what it is now! Options. I did make that all the way go up because a lot of games that I play... Extension. No cleaner attached. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting stuff. So that's what I have is narcolepsy with cataplexy. Case closed, apparently. Bye-bye, booby. Wait, I don't like any of these, though. This one? I feel like I gotta go like this. That's a little better. I see people like this game. Officially, I've been crazy, Papa Doc. What do you mean, you silly goose? Highlight cleaned. At least we know. I'm trying to make this satisfying instead of just going like this, because I'm gonna make everyone flow up. Everyone it's gonna be sick to their stomach. Anyway, Papa Doc, how are you? How are things going with you? $4. It's like this. It's like there's not enough oomph to it. I need more oomph. It's not very powerful. The bigger the nozzle, the less pew pew pew. How many layers of dirt are on this thing? A lot, apparently. Is there music in this game? Did I mute the music? Anyway, work's been a lot. How's work been for you, Bandit? I didn't think I answered your question. I am ready to go down a day or something else, because there's a lot. You're living here on Earth. That's what we like to hear. What's new in Papa Duck's life? Anything? Oh, I could just do this. I'll just walk back and forth. My van. My van for my business. My business van. That's why it told me to jump, so I can get on top of that. Business van! Business van! This water also looks dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Alright, chat. The real question of the day is, who's seen Iron Lung? And did you like it? I'm on the van. I'm on the van. I love washing cars. I do, actually. I feel like that does have more oomph to it. I've only made $7. Is there like 4 layers of dirt? Or is it just wet? I think it's just wet. Look at that. Look at that. It's so loud, though. I mean, it is a game that is loud, I guess. Menu? Is it menu? Is it, oh, options. I know how to do things. Water reverb mix. Let's turn it down a bit. Is there music? I just see volume, blah, 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 blah. It's a little better. It's pretty quiet for you. It's pretty loud for me. Hill is in the sky for 3 weeks. Where is the sun? What happened to it? Is it... why is it hiding? Is it just cloudy there, or you've been living in a cave, my friend? Anyway, yes, I need to get on medicine for my narcolepsy. Either something that's apparently quote-unquote stimulant-like the doctor said. But I'm already on that doctor, and he's like, but this one, but do this one instead. Because this one's stimulant-like. And you're saying that one isn't working. I'm like, no, doctor, the one I'm on isn't working, and I'm gonna have to go back on my other one, doctor. Is Movo's van the same and going? What? Movo's. Okay. Anyway, so highly recommend watching the first 30 minutes of my rambling stream, so then you have all the answers to your questions, but I don't have all the answers to my questions. I only have a little bit. Can I put a name for it? Has it been raining or snowing or anything fun like that, or has it just been the sun hasn't been out? Also, if audio or anything is fucky-wucky, please let me know. Because I am, to be honest, I am guessing how things sound a little bit. Because I've been fighting with the computer for the last few business hours trying to get a game that it would like. You know, if that business name, it didn't become something up. Kurt Thomas. Oh, okay. Gray Sky for 3 weeks straight. Oh my goodness. Are you getting some pretty snow, though, at least? I don't know who Harper Shaw is and why he's giving me business advice when I didn't ask for it. Why is there so much grime on the window? I'm kind of giving up on making this satisfying because I feel like my hose just isn't... It's just not doing a lot. I'm having to go over it like 6 times. Go over it once? Well, I guess not like 6 times. I just need to go over it like more than once. See? And then I didn't get it. See, like, what was that? What was that about? It's supposed to get cold again. Cold again very soon. It's already a little chilly. I'm not really looking forward to it being chilly. Again. I'm ready for it to be a little bit warmer. Because I want to go swimming. But I want to go swimming when it's fucking cold. Swimming. I have no concept of time. None. None, I tell you. 93% clean. What is missing? Is it this? Ugly snow. What do you mean by ugly snow? What'd it do? Okay. Is it the tire? It is the tire. Multi-purpose. I've only made $19. Okay, that's done. That's done. I'm sorry the snow has been ugly snow. That's sad. Do I need to get under the car? Let me in there. Let me under the car! Anyway, Iron Lung was pretty good. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. It's good. Good soup. 97. What am I missing? This? Am I gonna run out of water? It's already equipped. Wide fan. I have that one. 0 degrees. With 0 pressure. Is nothing happening? Oh. Yeah, it's right, because the more powerful, the more shit come off. Oh yeah, the Olympics. I forgot about the Olympics. Who's winning? What's the most exciting thing about the Olympics right now? Get off. Get off. The grime. Can I just spray random shit? If I just clean things that don't need to be cleaned. This makes me just want to own a power washer. That's why they had to make a simulator about it. For people that they can't power wash just in the middle of the winter. Papa Tuck's TV right now. I'm so glad. That sounds lovely. Maybe we'll leave this round. What if we... No, I might get in trouble. I don't know. Is that against TOS to watch the Olympics on stream? I give my prime time ice skating commentary. It might be. I don't know. Where are you watching it on? Like YouTube or something? Oh, the windows. The mirrors. That was my problem. 1%. I need 1 more percent. Can I just like decide when to be done? To do? Bro, I've been doing them. Is that why it's trying to tell me? Because I'm taking so long? That's probably why. Yeah, Bandit, you're multitasking. That's impressive. I say that's what I thought. But you can't have the funny Olympics watching live. What's when it's just my face, and I'm like, wow, look at that, look at that. I still want to play Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter Games. NBC and band. Fuck that. That's stupid. Unfortunately, I do think you're right. That's what I was thinking. Just that good. You're just that goated. Girl, is this not the... Okay, I'll say that's the grill, though. I can't believe I can't believe I would get banned from playing Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter Games Commentary Edition. Metal just for you? Oh my god. Ben, I'm so proud of you. I didn't know you were so into ice skating. Visible gold. That's funny. That's silly. Place object. To do what? Take a picture? Take a picture of my progress, maybe? This has been a very fast 45 minutes. Earns 5 stars in career mode. Girl, I wasn't gonna quit until I did. Look at me go. It's funny that it just shows me doing that. There I am on top of the thing again. Girl, I know I took longer than that. Be fine of the grime. I've pinged you the $100 left over from what you gave me, so that should help get you off the ground. Also, just my new neighbor over the fence, grumbling about his dirty backyard. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Hello? If things break and stream ends, don't be worried. I'm okay. Because it might happen. Because I'm pretty sure I've got the dirtiest backyard you've ever seen. It's not me bragging, by the way. I had nothing to do with it. I just moved back into town for a bit to help my folks, who both down to their last knee and rented what I thought was a great little place. Should have questioned why there aren't any garden pics in the ad. That's a big job. Must have bred rhinos here or something. My girls are itching to get out there. I don't want them still itching when they get back inside, so please do your thing. $400? That's kind of a lot. Toggle washer or use washer or toggle washer. That's silly. That's so silly. Can't believe they've done this. Can't believe it. I don't even think the last Olympics that I watched a little bit of was it 2009? How often do they do the Olympics? I forgot. It feels like often, but not that often. Is it like 5 years? Every 3 seconds? It's every 3 seconds somewhere. It's like when I say good morning, and whoever I'm hanging out with is like, it's not morning! Well, not everyone. It's like, well, what are you on about? I'm like, it's morning somewhere. Uh-oh. Okay. Hello? Hello? 2 years is a new one? Can you hear me or things are just frozen? It definitely crashed. Hold on. Frozen. Well, hold on. I hear nothing but me. Well, that's great. My thing's frozen. So, my webcam isn't even working. OBS is unresponsive. And my game crashed. So, hold on.